Exposed to unprecedented temperatures and extreme weather, global heating will now drive billions of people out of the climate niche. Now, according to a recent study, just over a fifth of the world's population will now face dangerous levels of temperatures of at least 29 degrees Celsius or higher. Here now is a report.
New research shows that current climate policies will leave more than a fifth of humanity exposed to dangerously hot temperatures by the year 2100. And as the world is on track for 2.7 degrees Celsius of heating with current action plans, the new study suggests at least 2 billion people will now experience average annual temperatures above 29 degrees Celsius by the year 2030. As per the study, up to 1 billion people could choose to migrate to cooler places. Although those areas remaining within the climate niche would still experience more frequent heat waves and droughts. But an urgent action to lower carbon emissions and keep global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius would help cut the number of people pushed outside the climate niche by at least 80%.
I'm sincerely hoping this study does one little thing towards encouraging to double up our efforts to limit global warming as close as we can to 1.5 degrees centigrade and not go anywhere near 2.7 degrees centigrade. Because in simple terms, each 0.1 degrees C of warming or warming avoided really matters.
In countries with large populations and already warm climates, most people will be pushed outside the human climate niche. Take, for example, countries like India and Nigeria. India is already suffering from extreme heat waves. The study found that more than 1/3 of heat-related deaths in summer from 1991 to 2018 was a direct result of human-caused global heating. The Indian Meteorological Department issued a heatwave alert for 7 southern and central states last week. However, it has now broadened it to the capital and some northern states. It has warned that blistering heat will continue for the next few days before rains bring some relief. The research found that in worst-case scenario of 3.6 or 4.4 degrees Celsius of global warming, at least half of the world's population can be left outside the climate niche, posing an existential danger.
If that gets to 35 degrees centigrade, we're in grave difficulty or risk of dying because our body no longer has a way to cool itself. And when that wet bulb gets above 28 degrees centigrade, we see various physiological challenges and problems start to kick in. And like all these things, they tend to be more acute for the elderly, the very young, or the ill.
Although the idea of climate niche for wild animals and plants is well established, the new study identifies climate conditions in which human societies have thrived. It found most people lived in places with mean annual temperatures spread around 13 degrees Celsius or 25 degrees Celsius. Conditions outside those are either too hot, too cold, or even too dry, and are also associated with higher death rates, lower food production, and lower economic growth. Bureau Report. WION. World is One.